Hello friends, I'm Nikhil. Today we'll see move, rotate and scale tools and how to move any object in your scene, how to use these transformation tools in 3ds Max. So we'll create a simple object like some teapot over here in the scene. So when you want to move this, now if you in a previous session we already discussed about how to maximize and minimize the viewport. So I'll maximize this by clicking on this, or you can maximize by using a shortcut called Alt plus W. You can maximize like this. Now if you observe carefully, you can see the coordinate axis. X is towards this side, Y is towards this side, and Z is towards up axis. Like that, we have three axes over here in this place, right? So now what we'll do is I'll click on our move tool. Shortcut key is W on keyboard. You can click over here. Now you can see your axis turned on over here at this place. Or just okay. So now if you want to move the object, the first thing is never click and just move it like this. The thing is you have to move your mouse onto the axis. So to here or to here like this. So whenever you move your mouse onto the axis, that particular axis will highlight into yellow color. Now your x-axis is in yellow color, so click and move it. So it is moving it only in x-axis. You try it in y, it won't work. You try it in z, it won't work. It will work only in x-axis. In the same manner, move the mouse to here. Now you are moving it in y-axis. Now move the mouse to here. You are moving it in z-axis. Okay, so remember in 3ds Max, if anything it is highlighted or if it is in active mode, that's basically in either yellow color or blue color. For example, we are in perspective viewport. So this perspective outline, if you observe, that is in yellow color. Minimize this and check it out. There is no outline for remaining viewports. Click on this viewport. Now you are getting yellow color outline over here. Click over here, you are getting yellow color outline. That means this viewport is active and it can work. In the same way, click over here, we are in perspective viewport. In the same way, if you observe, your move tool is highlighted in blue color. That's what, either yellow or blue color. If you are getting those things, basically that means you are in particular tool and that tool is activated. Here also, you can see some tools are by default activated. This tool is activated, toggle ribbon, and this tool is activated, keyboard shortcut override, like that by default. You need not turn on these things. By default, whenever you open 3ds Max, these are already activated and they are highlighted in blue color background. So now coming back to our move tool, so select this and maximize and check out. So now this is highlighted in yellow color. If you want to move it in two axes, that means X and Z or Y and Z or X and Y, move the mouse to in between to here. Now you can observe your Z axis is in yellow color and Y is also in yellow color. That means you can simply click and move it. Now you are moving it in two axes. Keep it over here, you are moving it in two axes, and keep it over here, you are moving it in two axes, X and Y, right? So if you feel this XYZ coordinates placement is, or this XYZ coordinates looking very small to hold, you can use keyboard shortcuts minus and plus symbols. On keyboard you have minus, click, you are decreasing the size. On keyboard I am pressing minus, which is next to number 0. Okay, so again click on this plus, you can increase the size. Okay, so this one is next to backspace. You can use like this and you can increase or decrease the size at this place. Got the idea? So that's what this move tool, how you use it in this place. Okay, then try to understand like this. This is your XYZ center coordinates and the placement is 0, 0, 0. Okay, so you can observe the same thing over here, X, Y and Z. So you can enter the values like, see, select like this and you can simply enter the value over here as a 0. Now your x-axis is 0 and again double click and change the value to 0, y-axis is 0 and again double click on Z and 0. Z-axis is also 0. Now you are exactly at the center of your grid. You can do it like this or keep it anywhere. Right click on your move tool. If you right click, you'll get a window like this. So the values over here and the values over here are same. There is no difference. You can do it from here or you can do it from here by right clicking on your move tool and adding the values over here at this place just to get your object to center of your grid. You can always do it like this, enter a value and enter 0 on keyboard, you can do it. Or there is one more way, simply I'll undo this or I'll keep it somewhere over here. I want to get this one into the center of your grid. So what I can do is observe these things. So you got this up arrow and down arrow, right? So these up arrow and down arrow, okay, so these are called spinners. So normally what we'll use these things are like increase, you are moving it in x-axis, and increase, you are moving it in y-axis. But if you right click on these things for one click, then the value automatically becomes to minimum 0. So right click here, x is 0. Right click here, y is 0. Right click here, z is 0. Like that also you can move the object using move values over here, xyz values over here in the same. Okay, so the thing what you have to understand is, first you need to click on the axis and move it if you want, or you can right click on your move tool and using these things you can move it now y-axis or x-axis, or if you want to get them back, just right click over here, you'll get them back over here in the same. That's what your move tool is, and the shortcut for the move tool is W on keyboard. And the next one is your rotate. So click on this one, select and rotate. So there you got your rotate. Same procedure. Never try to rotate this one by clicking in empty place and rotating like this. Don't do it like this. I'm undoing this. What you have to do is click on that particular axis. Click and rotate. Now you're working out on the rotations over here in the same properly. This is one axis. And again, you can do the same thing. Right click over here. You can say Z axis is 0. Or use your y-axis, you're rotating in y-axis, and again you can go to your y-axis 0, you can keep it like this, or x-axis, like this. And again right click over here, you're getting it back in the same. Okay, so that's what. Or you can simply enter your values. If you want to give particularly some amount of rotation like 45 degrees or 90 degrees in particular axis, think like that. In x-axis you want to rotate for 90 degrees, enter over here. So there you are rotating this one for 90 degrees, or enter 45, you're rotating this for 45 degrees. Get it back to 0, you're getting it back to 0 like this, nothing. Like that you can do it over here at this place. The shortcut key for the rotation tool is E on keyboard, which is next to the letter W. W is for move, E is for rotation. So press W, move is turned on, press E, rotation is turned on. Check it out over here. Okay, so if I press W, move, E is for rotation. The next key to E is R. That R will help you to get the scaling. So like these three tools, W, E and R. If you use these three things, you'll get the next tool, that is scale tool for us in the same. This is our scale tool. So what tool will do is same procedure. Click on your single axis. You can scale in x-axis, or you can scale in y-axis, or you can scale in z-axis. Again, you can undo. Right click over here. If you want to undo 3 steps at a stage, that means I did scaling here, and scaling here. All 3 steps I want to undo at a time. Just right click on this undo tool. You'll get a window. It is showing like that 3 steps you can select, and you can undo straight away. Again, right click over here, select previous 3 steps and undo them. Now you're getting it properly in the same. It is for this undo is for any tool in the same, not only for your scale tool. Okay. Now you can do 3D scaling if you keep the mouse exactly at the middle. Now you can observe every axis is turned on. So I'm doing 3D scaling over here at this place. Okay, so again undo over here. You have to understand our values, how we define. See, movement we define in normal feet or inches, or how you are moving it in the same. If you go to rotation, you define in degrees. You're rotating for 45 degrees, 90 degrees. Like if you go to scaling, you're dealing in percentage. That's the value what it is showing over here at this place. Or right click, this is in 100%. Okay, so if you scale it out, you're getting some value over here from the center, right? So again, right click over here, right click over here. So now that it is becoming 0%. Nothing is in the same. Keep this one back to 0. So you're 100, you'll get this one back to actual size in the same. So if you want to do one axis scaling, just use one axis. You're increasing in percentage. That's what happening for us in the same. Got the idea? So that's what your move, rotation, and scale tools for us in the same. Make it like as a 100 back. There you're getting it. And the shortcut keys are very simple. W, E, R. Okay. Fine, that's it. That's it for this session or for this video. So next video we'll see some more viewport or introduction to 3ds max or some more tools from our main toolbar. Like, okay, thank you.